Thank you, Congressman. I'll ask two questions and I'll open the floor for the audience. 10 years ago, not many Indian Americans were running office. Number of them. In the state level, district level, to the parliament, Senate. You might have a Senate. So even in the Senate as well. What is your message to those young Indian Americans who want to run for office?
Well, I encourage young and old, everyone to be politically active. And on such a cold day, you all showed up here. You all showed up here, and that shows your passion and your interest in becoming a part of. We Indian Americans have done so well in every sector, in business, in medicine, and science, academia. At the same time, we need to continue to get into politics. We are Americans as much as anyone else is, right? And it's not about just economic well-being of ours. We all came here, many of us came here for economic well-being. But beyond that, we have a civic responsibility. And I'm so encouraged to see young people all across are using that. I did this politics as my second career. I was in private sector, and I felt at one time I achieved my American dream. I want to go help others achieve their American dream. But I see young people all across the country taking part in politics, and that's what we need to be. We need to be activists. We need to fight for a cause. It's not to be taken for granted. Look at currently the wave of anti-immigrant wave all across America. We are talking about deporting. We are talking about just all kinds of ICE activities all over. So if we don't stand, for this, then we would be. We cannot protect our freedom. We cannot protect our rights, and it is so critical. Beyond economic success, our community, the American community, must be very active in politics. Doesn't matter what party you go to. What matters most is that you vote. Currently, our voting record is very, very low. And we need to really vote. 70–80% of our community must vote. Currently, we are in the 15 to 20%. So we need to vote. We need to. We've done a great job in keeping our culture, promoting our culture, maintaining our ties to the culture. But we need to really be active. All of our organizations need to go beyond just cultural excellence. We need to get into political and issue-based issues. And I really appreciate India abroad taking this tour all across the 10 big cities in the United States to bring this awareness to our community.
One of the best part of this country is freedom to express what you want to do. And not many people in the world would have that opportunity as we do this. Residents. Having said that, traditionally Indian Americans have been, for the last 10 to 20 years, we have seen a gradual shift from Democrats to Republicans. Still, the majority is still Democrats who are the survey, but this number of them are moving towards the Republican side. In the last 1 year, we have seen a little bit harsh and Trump. We saw that in the House committee hearing this week as well. Isn't it that in the democracy we should respect the will of the people this time has been? We don't need to impeach him.
Well, look, when a president takes gifts like a $400 million gift from Qatar, that is not constitutionally right. When the president issues executive orders to cancel birthright citizenship, that's not constitutionally right. A president cannot be sued in court. The only way a president can be brought to justice is through Congress. Congress has the unique ability to impeach a president. It's not easy to impeach a president. There's a lot of hoops to do. You need 66 votes in the U.S. Senate to be able to do that. But it is important that when illegal acts happen, when basically people are being murdered by U.S. military, that is not acceptable. That's not American. That's not our Constitution. And the only recourse Congress has is impeachment. And that's why those are the ways we have proceeded to do.
Thank you. That's what the Congress continue to say. I'd like to open this floor for questions from the audience. Anyone who wants to ask a question?
Hi, thanks for coming here, Shri Thanedar ji.
It's your name.
My name is Ajit Karakol. I'm an activist for Hindu community here. Again, my name is Ajit Karakol. I'm an activist for Hindu community. Thanks for coming. You graced this occasion today. One of the acute concerns that Indians in America are having today is the tensions in relationship between India and America. And it affects all our lives as Indians here. Be the tensions, be the trade issues, or geopolitical tensions with India buying oil from Russia, or America seem to be supporting our adversaries in India's neighborhood. What can Democrats as a group do to convince the administration and bring them on a more balanced attack in the relationship?
Dr. Ajit, thank you. Thanks. Great question. And, I say this not just as an Indian American. I say just as a member of U.S. Congress, someone who's patriotic, someone who cares about the United States. That the United States needs India. The United States needs India because China has become so aggressive. China is not a democracy. China is a growing threat to the United States. Whether it's cyber attacks, whether it is competition. So India, with its the fifth largest economy in the world, soon to be the third largest economy in the world. United States needs India to counterbalance Chinese aggression. And I understand it looked like the Indian community felt that with Mr. Trump and the memories of Howdy Modi, right? And the Trump's and Modi's friendship. It felt like after Trump comes to power, India and US are going to be very good friends. However, Mr. Trump do believes that India's trade practices are unfair. And that is one of the stumbling blocks in good India-US relationships. Also, India has kept its economic and commercial relationship with Russia. It continues to buy military parts. Most of India's military parts equipment comes from Russia. India has not done as much business with the US as US would like to see. So the tensions are all because of the perception that India's trade practices are unfair to the United States. The second reason is India's continued relationship with Russia. And those are the two stumbling blocks. Those need to be ironed out. Those need to be sorted out between the two countries. It should not be done through slapping tariffs, one-sided tariffs, the way President Trump has done. I don't think that is productive for a good India-US relationship. These matters need to be discussed and sorted out in a more reasonable dialogue. There should be a better dialogue to be able to do this so that we can have lasting good relationship between these two countries. And it is essential that these two countries get along, they work together, have a great collaboration on all fronts to counteract China's aggression.
Hi everyone, my name is Nandan Shah. Good afternoon, Congressman Thanedar ji. Just a slightly off political question. Since you took the office of Congress, did you try to meet Miss Virginia to thank her that she took that vacation to America?
No, I have not met Miss Virginia Nandanji.
I have a question regarding the Indian community versus American community and Americans. See, the basic thing is what I was thinking is, most of the Americans are afraid of jobs because of high skilled jobs are being occupied with Indian community. So, what as a political leader, all our political leaders have to put some surging or something to make sure that the Americans don't have that much of and get them, get Indians being hated, as it happens in Australia, you see now. What the Congress leaders are all Indian and on this.
Thank you. That is a very, very good question. It is the need of the time right now. With Trump's first term and now this term, there has been a hate, there's a lot rising hate against immigrants, against Indian Americans in particular. And that is totally unfounded. We need to educate people. Their jobs are not, American jobs are not lost because of immigrants. In fact, when immigrants come to our country, it's a win-win. Immigrants help our technology companies to succeed. It helps immigrants help our GDP to grow. Immigrants help our technological innovation. Immigrants help our discovery. And the truth is that America does not produce enough skilled labor. America does not produce enough skilled engineers, medical professionals, and for America's continued growth, it needs to rely on immigrants. We are a nation of immigrants. It is America's greatness is not despite immigrants, it's because of the contribution of immigrants. And unfortunately, some politicians have created this fear among Americans, especially rural America, that immigrants take away their jobs. And that's further from truth. And we need to do more education. We need to talk about this. I, in Congress, often talk about my own story. Being able to come here as a student, being a serial entrepreneur, creating thousands of jobs, contributing so much to the economy. And I am not alone. There's many, many immigrants who have done that and contributed. So the current hate that is being spread across America is unfounded and is counterproductive. And we are going to continue to fight against it, and we're going to continue to help America understand and continue to honor immigrants and understand the role of immigrants in the growth of the United States.
Thank you. We have one more question from
This will be last question due to time.
Thank you. I'm Dr. Ramadhasan. I'm into tech space. I have met you earlier and very inspiring. And today you encourage both young and old come and join politics. So I have a question for my friends, those who are watching. Though we are here, I'm very much active in I'm from Odisha, active with, let's say, OSA, like Tana, like Parakhamandal, right? I attend the India Day. A lot of people, they are not here, not there. So what is your message to them? What does it mean? They are not mixing, they don't feel proud being a Hindu or right? I have seen a lot of people, they even don't go to temple. They are saying, no, that means what? They are not here and not there. So what is your message to them?
Well, just participate. We gotta be participating. We gotta be part of the mainstream. We gotta be part of the politics. And we can't just say, "Oh, I am not interested in politics," because politics impacts your life. It impacts your immigration status. It impacts your job status. It impacts every part of your life, your children's lives. So we need to stay active. If we are not, then we will be on the menu. So that's what we need to watch out. We need to continue to be active, and we need to be proud of ourselves for what we've done in every other aspects. But we need to continue to come into politics and continue to help this nation to become even greater than what it is.
Thank you, Congressman, for coming here, starting of the Inaugural. So thank you so much on behalf of the Diaspora.